So here is my most recent addition to my sewing machine collection, which is slowly growing, and I love it. This is an old vintage machine. It's a Vickers, and it's the Model Deluxe, and this was gifted to me by my very dear friends Samantha and Dave, to whom I'm very grateful. I've always wanted a vintage machine. It's over 100 years old, circa 1917, and does need some cleaning up and restoration. So here she is in all her glory. Very typical of the machines of that age, very much like the Singer sewing machines. That lovely black metal with the gorgeous gold decals across it all along here. And can you see, I love this bit on the handle that goes around there. It has some wear and tear, which you would expect from a machine that's over 100 years old, but I like that because it tells me that this machine was well used, which gives a lot of comfort that there's lots of people before me have been using this machine to make their own clothes or things for the home. The good thing about these machines is they're absolutely solid. They've got very basic working parts, which means that it comes apart very nicely for cleaning and oiling. It does need some TLC. It's quite dirty, it's very dusty, there's still bits of lint in the mechanisms which need to come out. But like I said, the beauty is that all these parts will come off and I can clean them. So for example, you know, these plates will come off. This one's quite movable, but the one at the back is really stiff, so that's going to need some WD-40 to get that off. But all these parts here, the plate around the feed dog, the needle holder, the foot will all come off. We've got a little plate here that swings out that we can take off and clean, and then that allows us to oil that little mechanism, that arm there. All this will come apart. This is where we wind the spool, and all that will come apart to be cleaned, as will the wheel, and this will come up beautiful. I absolutely love this bit here. Look at that, it's just absolutely stunning. And then what we've got here is the handle, which can you see at the side there. So this handle comes out and connects here, a little bit of a push. It's got a little pin so that when I want to put the handle back down for putting the machine away, it releases that handle. And then if we turn the wheel, what a beautiful sound that is. And I'm not feeling any resistance there, any jerkiness. It's really quite smooth, which is boding well for when this machine is cleaned and oiled. It's going to run beautifully, and I'm going to restore it back to its former beauty, which I'm really excited about. There's really easy access to underneath this machine, and you can see down here that there's kind of like a little clip that I've moved back, and then I've put some books actually at the back that you can see there, because as I tip the machine I need something for it to lean on so that I don't strain those hinges. So here we go, let's tip that back and have a look inside. I'll pull it forwards a little bit, there we go. So as you can see down here, we've got evidence of some rust and where the oil has dripped down, but that tray is removable. I can take that out, I can sand that tray down, and then I'll spray it black, and it'll look as good as new. Then under here we've got all the mechanisms working there. I will clean these parts here, but I won't interfere too much because I don't want to cause any damage. But again, like I said, it just needs a really good oil. Now if I turn this machine again, here we go, you can see that working away there. Very simple mechanism and absolutely beautiful to see. So I'm going to take my time with this machine because it's worth it. Time and patience is the key here. And I'm going to use some very simple cleaning tools. I've got some Peak metal cleaner here, some Singer machine oil, some cocktail sticks, some cotton buds, one of those little interdent teeth brushes, a variety of screwdrivers, an old toothbrush, and a little pot, which is really important because as I start to take those screws out and those little pieces of metal, I need somewhere to keep them so I don't lose them. I'm also only going to be taking it apart a little bit at a time, so I'm not in danger then of not knowing where those pieces go back. The other thing I'll need is lots of cotton rags and cotton cloths to keep cleaning this machine as I put the metal cleaner on and the oil on. So there we go. Over the next few weeks I'm going to be making videos showing how this machine starts to transform, and I'm also going to give you some history about Vickers sewing machines as well, which I find really interesting.